Today we talk about the SOSL and SOQL. If you take the databases like Oracle and all, Oracle or PLSQL, Oracle or MSSQL, all these things, if you want to perform database operations, if you want to perform database manipulations or database operations, let's say I want to insert a record, I want to update a record, I want to delete a record, I want to create a record, okay, I want to alter the structure, I want to create a table, so like that, okay, I want to create the table, I want to alter the table, I want to drop the table. So if you want to perform these operations, you have your own SQL statements. Let's say if you want to insert a record, how do you do? Insert into data, you will write. If you want to get the records information, select star from employee, you will write. So these are the what SQL statements to take care of your database operations. These are the SQL operations to take care of your database operations. The same way, how do we get the data? How do we insert the data into the Salesforce objects or from the Salesforce objects? So to do all these things, that means to get information from the Salesforce objects or to pass records or to insert records into the Salesforce objects, we have SOSLs and SOQLs. SOSL means Salesforce Object Structure Language, Search Language. SOQL means Salesforce Object Query Language. Salesforce Object Search Language, Query Language. That means this is used to search something. This is used to query something. Now let's see what are the possible combinations of SOQL and SOSL. In what way we apply all those things. SOQL and SOSL. SOQL and SOSL in Salesforce. Yeah. This is the best. Sometimes it's good to go with the tutorials instead of we type because these are the standard ones. We can straight away pick something and understand. Okay, now look at here. SOQL. Salesforce Object Query Language. Salesforce Object Query Language. Now look at here. So these are the objects. Let's say account object. And before that, let's understand when to use SOQL and when to use SOSL. The name says it's a query language. That means what? If you want to get the records, if you want to insert the record, then do this one. Salesforce Object Search Language. That means if you want to search your name, let's say you want to search your account number or you want to search your name, whether it is available in account object or contact object or lead object, then go for the search language. I'm repeating this again. So when to use SOQL and when to use SOSL. So if you want to get the records, from account object or contact object or some other object, then you will be using SOQL, query language. It's like a select command. Let's say you want to search something. Let's say you want to search your name, whether it is available in the accounts object, whether it is available in the contact object like that. Then you will be using SOSL, search language. Now, so what are the different ways of, we need to understand, see, these are all like client specific requirements. So how to write SOSL is depends upon your current requirement. Because if you see select command, if you remember the Oracle, right? In how many ways you will write the select command? Plenty of the ways. Select star from employee, where employee number is equal to this one, or where employee number is equal to, again you will write inner select statement, dot, these are all. You can write from where, having class, and or operators, like that. You can use plenty of the steps. It depends upon your requirement. But majorly you need to understand what are the different possible ways of using this SOQL. what are the different ways, different possible ways of using this SOQL. If you understand that one, then you can very well write like Oracle. Okay. So the first thing is that, okay, remember this, the first difference I already told you. So if you want to get the record, then you will go for this one, SOQL. If you want to search something, then you will go for search, SOSL. The second thing is that difference is SOQL returns the records. What does it mean? Let's say if you look at here, let me go to the account object. All accounts. These are the all accounts. If you see here, this is one record, this is one record, this is one record. So therefore, SOQL returns the records. And your SOSL returns fields, because you will be searching something. Let's say I want to search whether my name is available here or not. So it returns the field. That means this particular column, this particular column, this particular column. That's the second difference. Then third difference is SOQL is like a one-dimensional array results. SOSL is like a two-dimensional array results. We don't know what is 1D, 2D. Then we need to take we need to discuss offline. So but SOQL returns one-dimensional array results. That means what? It just gives set of records. Let's say if I say let's say I am writing like this. So look at here. Let's say I am writing like this. Let me open a notepad. Select star from account object. Select star from account object means what? It will give all these records. It will give all these records. So then you will be storing these results in where? In account object. Because this is of type, the records are of type account. So account object. Then if you say O of 0 or O of 1, then it will give the first record. Then it will give the first record. If you say O of 10, then it will give the 10th record. That means this one. So that means what? It is a one-dimensional result. So it will give all the records, or it will give SOQL returns the records. That records are like a one-dimensional array format. So that means if you want the first record, then say object of 1. If you want the 10th record, object of 10. If you want the 100th record, you can say object of 100 records, like that. Okay. Now let's see what are the different ways of writing the SOQL. The first way is, please try to understand here. The first way is this one. What is this meaning? Okay. So the first way of using is that if you want to get the record from the objects. Okay, if you want to get the record from the object, then you can use SOQL. So what does it mean? Let's say I want to get the records. Let's say I want to get the records. Here we have account object, right? I want to get all the records. I want to get all the records. Okay, so if you look at here, I want to get all the records where name starts with Chenna. Where name starts with Chenna. So if you look at here, there is a name, account name, There is an account name AD something something or all. So let's say if I say ADA star, that means what? So select ID comma name. That means ID means this one. If it is, I already told you every record will have ID. So ID comma name. That means 2 P's. From which object? Account object. From which object? Account object. Where name is equal to ADA star. That means what? It will look for, is there any name ADA? After that, what is the meaning of star? Star indicates any number of characters, and those characters may be anything. What is the meaning of star? Star indicates any number of characters, and those characters may be anything. So it only looks for, is there any name, is there any account name which starts with ADA? Yes, there is a ADA. Here also there is a ADA. So it will give how many records? 2 records. It will give how many records? 2 records. So it is like a simple. Select ID, comma name. If you want one more field, let's say phone number. ID, comma name, comma phone. You can just add that field also. It's like a Oracle SQL select statement. Select ID, comma name, comma phone. From which object? Account object. Where name is equal to this one. So if you look at here, name starts with ADA. There are 2 records. So therefore it is going to return the records. 2 records. It is going to return the 2 records. So if it is returning the 2 records, then how do you hold the results? If you want to hold one result, then you have variable. If you want to hold more than one result, then you have list or set or map. Yesterday we discussed. So therefore, I am taking a list. List of type what? So this list can hold of type what? Of account type. So that's why I am taking of type account. Now if I say AA dot 0 or AA of 1, that means this is the object name. AA of 0 means what? It is going to give the first record. If I say AA dot 0 dot ID, it will give the ID. If I say name, it will give the name. If I say phone, it will give the phone number. If I just say AA of 0, object of 0, it will give entire record. If I say AA of 1, then it will give entire record. So the first record. This is one way of using the SOQL. This is one way of using the SOQL. That means SOQL is used to get the information from the Salesforce objects, or SOQL is used to get the records from the Salesforce object. Okay. Next, second way is you can use SOQL to insert the records into the Salesforce. Let's see this, into the Salesforce object. Let's take this example. Please see this. Okay, look at here. So first way I told, you can directly use select that, this and all. So that is how the result is. The second way of usage is, okay, the second way of usage is, look at this example. What are we trying to do here? Just try to understand. SOQL you can also use to insert the record. The first way is what? SOQL is used to get the records from the Salesforce object. The second way is SOQL you can also use to insert the records. So what does that mean? If you look at here, what are we trying to do here? Select name from name. Select name. That means only name field. From which object? Account object. Where employee numbers greater than 10. Where employee numbers greater than 10. You can say that where you can write your own thing because employee number field is not available here. So you can write your own thing, let's say do we have that field, employee number? Okay, that's fine. You can visualize something like this where phone number greater than, you have phone thing, right? Where phone or where salary, let me say, I assume that there is a salary, where salary greater than 10,000. What does it mean? Select name from which object? Account object. That means only we give the names where salary greater than 10,000. That means what? Assume that in the account object, assume that there are employees or there are accounts information where salary is greater than 10,000. So when you say salary greater than 10,000, you may get plenty of the records. Assume that, let me remove this one first. Please try to understand. Okay, now assume that this is returning 50 records. This is returning 50 records. Assume that this is returning 50 records. So that means what? Select name from account where salary is greater than 100 is returning 50 records. So if it is returning 50 records, you need to handle 50 records now. I don't want to handle, out of 50 records, I want to take only first record. How do I do? You can say limit 1. What is the meaning of limit 1? This particular SQL or SOQL, are returning 50 records. From the first 50 records, take the first record. That is what the meaning. I am repeating this again. Please be attentive. Otherwise, it's very difficult to understand all these things. If you are good with the SQL and all, it is easy. If you are not good with the SQL, then it is difficult. But anyway, you have to learn. There is no other option. Look at here. I am removing this. So select name. That means I am getting all the names from account object where salary is greater than 50, salary greater than 10,000. So assume that in the account object there are names where salary is greater than 10,000. And how many are there? 50 members are there like that. So this particular SOQL returns 50 records. From the 50 records, I want to take only first record. Then you can say limit 1. So therefore, assume that first record account name is Channa. So it is going to give only one record. From that record, which field I am taking? Name. Assume that name is Channa. That means this entire thing is returning what? Channa. Okay. This entire thing is returning Channa. Now, this name I want to insert in the contact. This name I want to insert in the contact. If you look at here, this is the contact. This name I want to insert in the contact. Okay. So therefore, this entire thing is returning what? Channa. So just now we discussed, this entire thing is returning Channa. That means in this place you have, let's say, Channa. Okay. Now if you look at here, contact name. If I want to create a new contact, look at here, first name and last name are there. First name and last name. Okay. Now if you look at here, I want to insert that result, right? So where I want to insert? In the contact. So therefore you need to create an object. Contact C. This is nothing but the object name. Is equal to new contact From where? From the account results. From account results. That's it. So it is going to insert the record with this name. And later, if you want to assign first name, last name, all these things, later you want to assign first name, last name, all these things, then you can say object dot first name, object dot last name. That means it will go and set the first name and last name. First name and last name. That is how you can use SOQL to insert the records. Okay. Next, third usage. You can also use SOQL. You can also use SOQL. Also can, if you look at here, what is happening here? SOQL is returning a list. What is happening here? SOQL is returning an object. With the help of that account object, you are creating one. You are trying to insert the record in the contact object. Now, SOQL also can return an integer. This is the example. Let's see this. Within the SOQL, you can use grouping functions. What are the grouping functions we have? Count, min, max, average, all these things. What does it mean? Let's see the example. Let's see the example. Look at this example. See, first example is what? SOQL is returning the results. Or SOQL is used to get the records. And how to handle the records? First example. Second example, using SOQL, how to insert the record. Third example, within the SOQL, you can use grouping functions. Or SOQL returns an integer. Give me an example. This is the example. What are the grouping functions? Like count, min, max, average, all these things. Now look at here. So let's go to the contact object. You can also have accounts object. What is the big deal? So select count from account object where last name is equal to you can say Channa, or last name is equal to Reddy star. Last name is equal to Reddy star. What are we trying to do here? Select from or select count. Count is a function. Don't worry about this function now. Assume that this function is not available. Select from or select star from account where last name is equal to Reddy star. From which object? Account object. In the account object we have last name. We don't have the last name. Or just say name. Where name is equal to Reddy. Assume that name starting with Reddy, assume that there are 10 records. What this particular SQL will do, or what this particular SOQL will do, it returns all the 10 records. I don't want to get all the records. I just want to get the count. That means there are 10 matches. There are 15 matches like that. Then you can use the grouping function here. That's nothing but count. So when you set count, how many records this particular SOQL is returning? 10 records. Now I am using count function. If you use the count function, this particular statement returns just 10. Instead of 10 records, it returns 10. As 10 is the integer, so you can hold that 10 in the integer variable. This is how you can use the grouping functions with the SOQLs. Okay. Next is, you can also use SOQL with the expressions. Within the expressions. What does that mean? Let's take this example. Look at here. Select star or select accounts from select count from account. That means what? It will give all the accounts number count. Let's say in the accounts object there are 100 accounts. Then this particular thing is going to return what? 100. This particular thing will be written 100. So if you look at here, the right hand side one is expression or the SOQL. I am using SOQL within the expression. This is called expression. So that means what? You can also use SOQLs within the expressions. Now if you look at here, assume that this particular SOQL select count from account is returning 100. So therefore in this place 100 comes, 5 into 100, 500. So this is an integer. That results I am storing in the integer variable J. That results we can store in the integer variable J. These are the different ways of using the SOQLs. These are the different ways of using the SOQLs. If you have any questions here, you can ask me, else we will see SOSL. And if you look at here, all these are one-dimensional results. In this case, this case, this case, all these are like A of 0, A of 1 or just a normal results or single variable results. Any questions here? Supreet, Varsha.
No, good.
Okay. So now let's see the SOSL. How do we use the SOSL? As I said, SOSL is the searching language. Searching language. That means if you want to search your name, then you will be using this. Now, let's take this example. What are we trying to do here? Let's take this example. What are we trying to do here? I want to search my name. Please try to understand. Don't focus on the SQL. Focus on my explanation. I want to search my name. I want to search my name in account object, okay, in contact object, in opportunity object, in lead object. That means if you look at here, in accounts, you have the names. In accounts, you have the names. In the context, you will be having the names. You will be having the names. In the opportunities, you will be having the names. Okay? So in the leads also, you will be having the names. In the leads also, you will be having the names. Now look at the requirement. I want to search my name. I want to search Chenna. After Chenna, star I am putting. What does it mean? After Chenna, star means any number of characters, and those characters may be anything. That means after Chenna, whatever may be there, I want. But Chenna should be there in the beginning. Okay? So I want to find my name in different objects. Account object, lead object, opportunity object, and contact object. Now look at here. If I say, so if you want to search, then you have something called find. If you want to search something, then you need to use find. Find Chenna in all the fields. If you look at here, in all the fields, that means what? If you look at here, leads. If you take the leads, there are so many fields. Name, company, state, email, lead status, all these things. So this Chenna will be searched in the name, company, state, email, all the places it will search. In all the fields it will search. Please see this. Find Chenna star in all the fields. In all the fields of what? In the account, in the contact, in the opportunity, in the lead. And if you look at here, in the account I don't want to search in all the fields, I want to search only ID and name. So in the accounts field, there is account name, account site, billing, phone, type, account owner, all listings are there. I don't want to search all the places. I want to search my name in the ID and name field. Then after the object you can specify the fields. That means how to exclude or how to not search in all the fields. If you don't want to search in all the fields, then you can specify the field names here. I'm repeating this again. I want to search my name. So if you want to search something, then you will be using find. So I want to search my name, so I am using find. Where I want to search? So I want to search in account object, contact object, opportunity object, lead object. That means multiple objects is possible. Multiple objects also you can search. Now, if I say account object, in account object so many fields are there. Do I want to search in all the fields? No. I want to search in the ID and name. That means it will check, is there any ID having the Channa? Is there any name having Channa? If yes, it will give the results. Now, if you look at the contact, I did not put the field names here. So that means it search in all the fields. If you look at the opportunity, I did not put any field names here. So that means it search all the fields. If you look at the lead, I did not put any name here, field here. So that means it search all the fields. Now, you need to visualize in a bigger way. Assume that there are two records. Please look at here. Assume that there are two records matching or in the accounts object, there are two records which is having Channa. That means what? This is giving two results. Contact, assume that 3 results. Opportunities, 4 results. Lead, 5 results. What does it mean? So Channa is there in the account object 2 times. Channa is there in contact object 3 times. Channa is there in opportunity object in 4 times and in the lead 5 times. So that means what? If you look at here, this 2 is coming from different object. This 3 results is coming from different object. This 4 results is coming from different object. These 5 results are coming from different object. So that means to have the object information, you need to have one array. To have this result, you need to have another array. That's why SOSL results is 2-dimensional. Let me try to explain here. You need to be more focused here, otherwise it's very difficult to visualize these terms. Okay, now let me try to explain here. So now let me take the 2-dimensional array, a table. Okay, 4 of this. Okay, so therefore, let's say, let me take, okay, fine, that's fine. Let me take one more. This is a visualization, nothing more than that. Assume that this one. So what is the object name? Search list. What is the object name? Search list. So, and remember this, if you look at here, in the previous example, do you remember, I am just using, after the list, I am using account, something like that. But if you look at here, I did not use account, I am using a subject. Why I am using a subject here? You need to understand. Because a result is coming from account object, contact object, opportunity object, lead object. So there is no results coming from single object. If result is coming from single object, then you can use account, or you can use contact, you can use opportunity. But if result is coming from multiple objects, how do you know which object result is this? It's very difficult. So that's why you need to use superclass object. For all these standard objects, superclass object is S object. That means it is a generic object or generous object. If you look at here, in the previous examples, you are getting the results from account, that's why you can use account type. But if you see here, results are coming from account, contact, opportunity, lead and all. So it's a generis, so that's why you need to use the superclass of this account, contact, opportunity, lead and all. That's nothing but S object. That's nothing but S object. Now look at here. So S object. So what is its name? Search list. Okay, now try to understand here. So I said it two-dimensional array. How the result is going to be? Okay. So if you look at here, search results of search list of 0 and search list of 1. Search list of 0 will have what? Your objects information. That means account, okay, contact, account, contact, then lead, opportunity and lead. So when I say account, now if you look at here, account is again giving how many results? 2 results. The 2 results will be available here. Contact, 3 results, that will be available here. 4 results. And this is 5 results. You need to visualize like this. So therefore, account object is giving 2 results, opportunity 4, lead 5. That is how it will be. Now if you look at here, how do I access this? That is the question. If you look at here, I got the results, that's fine. But how do I get the results? Please try to see here. Okay. Now, so account object is giving 2 results, contact is giving 3 results, opportunity is giving this one, that one and all, that's fine. Now, I am storing all this information in the search list object. That's also fine. Now, if I say search list of 0, what I will be getting? I will be getting account object. And the account object is having 2 results. Account object is having 2 results. That 2 results, if you want to get it, now how to get the results? If you look at here, look at these possible cases. Yeah. Now let me enlarge it. Now how do I get the account object results? If you want to, because if you say search list, very good. Let me put the command also here. This is the command we have written. So if I say search list, it is going to give all the information. It is going to give all the information. Now how do I get the accounts information? If you want to get the accounts information, then say search list of 0. If you say search list of 0, then search list of 0 is going to have array of results of type account. So that will be written here. This is again a one-dimensional array. Don't say search list of 1. This is an array again. Array of results, because if you see here 2 results, that means array of results, 3 results, array of results, array of results, array of results. So if you want to get accounts results, or if you want to parse account results from this search list, then search list of 0. Search list of 0 means it will give 2 results. These two results of type what? Account. That's why I am using account. Account type. Now if you want to get the contact results, this is again one dimensional array. I can say array of objects. Or this is array. This is the array already, and this is one more array results already. That's why it is a two-dimensional array. Okay. Now if you see here, I want to get contact results. Contact results are how many? 3. So therefore, search list of 1. Search list of 1 will give contact results. So convert into list or store in the contact object. Because it's a contact results. Contact results you can store in the contact object. If you want to get the opportunity, search list of 2. If you want to get the list of lead, then use search list of 3. This is a array. This is another array. This is how you can get the information. This is how you can search the information. That's how the SOSL and SOPL works. Now, till now, if you have any questions, you can ask me. Else, we can see the next steps. So, Preet, Varsha, any questions? Any response? So, Preet, Varsha, Shiva, I need a response. Till now, any questions? If you have any questions, you can ask me. Else, we can see the next steps.
Okay, good enough.
Okay, Vijay. Varsha. Okay. So then let's see one example. Let's see small example. Then we can see the triggers and all. So I already typed all these things for you guys. There is no problem. So let's see this example. What this example is talking about. So I am just writing a test class, Apex class. I am saying select ID name from account object where name is equal to Chenna. If any records are there, this will not be empty. If there are records or if there are no records, then this will be empty. I am checking whether I am getting the results or not. Let's see. First check whether is there any record in the accounts object with the name Chenna. I don't, yeah. You look at here, so there is Chenna here. Yeah, Chenna is their name. Chenna account to all these things are there. So let me see whether I am getting true or false. You can use count all these things, whatever I discuss. So let me see whether in the debug log whether my name and all available. Yeah, name is there. Okay, develop Apex classes. So I would like to modify this one. So this is a simple program. So I am just saying select ID comma name from account object where name is equal to Chenna star, where name is equal to Chenna star. So let's see whether it is returning true or false. You can also say one more. You can also write whatever we discussed. So like we have count, right? Count, where name is equal to star something. Count is going to return what? Integer. INT GER X. Now you can display X value. system.debug x is equal to plus x. Now let's execute this one. What happens? Unexpected token account. In line number 8.
The from is missing.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's good now. Now let's go and execute this one. Run the test. So test is run successfully. Now go and see. View. See. Info is equal to true. So that means there are records, right? So that's why it is reading true. Okay, select ID count, name from Channa, blah blah blah. Rows is equal to 0. So info it is giving true only because it's not empty. We have the Channa something, account name Channa like that there. So that's why it is giving true. So that's how you can use the SOQLs. That is how you can use the SOQLs. Now I want to show one more thing here. These are the metrics kind of thing. I don't know in which file those are there. So I just written a program, right? There it will show you the logs information. I want to highlight those. Let's see whether those are there or not. Yeah. So please focus on this one. So if you look at here, these statistics are important. Sometimes people will ask the questions. Look at here. So I just written a program. In this program, it is saying how many SQLs are there. So how many SQLs are there? In my program, how many SQLs are there? In my program, how many SOQLs are there? If you look at here, this is one SOQL, this is another SOQL, 2. That's why it is saying 2. That's why it is saying 2. So therefore, number of SOQLs, maximum allowed is how much? In a program, 100. That is what the conclusion you need to remember. See, in a program, in an Apex program, number of SOQLs allowed is 100. But how many I have right now? 2. This is one, this is another one. This is one, this is another one. Okay, so that's why it is giving 2. Now, so number of rows, I don't know why it is giving 0, it should give 2 something. So therefore, okay, so we need to check that one. So, but it should give 2. We need to look into that. So the meaning here is that number of rows, maximum is how many? 50,000. Do you remember when I was discussing about Apex data loaders? So do you remember how to load the data into the Salesforce? 50,000 is the maximum per session. So therefore, number of rows is 50,000. Next to SOSLs. Do I have SOSLs here? No. So that's why it is saying 0. But how many SOSLs you can have in a program? 20. Do I have any DML statement? No. But how many DML statements you can have maximum? 150. Do I have any rows, DML rows? No. But how many I can have? 10,000. CPU time, this much. Heap size, this much. Like that, so on, so on, so. These calculations, sometimes some people are asking, so you need to remember those calculations. People are asking the question, how many SOQLs maximum we can write? 100. How many SOSLs maximum we can write? 20. How many DML statements maximum? 150. What is the heap size? Heap size is 60 lakh. How many callouts you can have? 100. What is the meaning of callouts? From this program, let's say I am calling the account object. So this is a program, this is for what? A program. And here I am calling the account object. Okay, I am calling something called your own program display. I am calling one more method called method 1. Something like that. How many callouts are allowed? So 100 callouts are allowed. Okay, so like that these are there. I just pasted those calculations here for your reference. So whenever you get time, you need to study those. I think I pasted. I mean, not. Yeah, here are those. Some of the calculations only you need to remember number of SOQLs 100. So like that you need to remember. Okay. So try to remember as much as possible. If you are not able to remember, then so that's fine. You can say that I look into that. That's not a big deal. But it's good to remember at least in SOQLs and SOSLs way, and the heap size, all these things. Okay. The next thing is that the triggers. What is a trigger? Any idea what is a trigger? Any idea what is a trigger? Supreet, Varsha. Triggers is a concept available in the Oracle also. Any database also we have triggers. Supreet. Supreet. So if you have the idea, then I can go fast. Otherwise, I just can go fast. Any idea about the triggers? Okay, fine. Let's say, so sometimes what happens, whenever you are, let's say this is a table, you are inserting the records, one at one. Or let's say, even you see, when you go to the big bazaar, what happens? They enter the data, right? Do you remember? So they will enter what? 101, let's say, Channa product, and they will enter the original price. Immediately discount price will be calculated and it will say 900. Assume that 10% discount is there, then it will show 900. I think you see the difference, right? What I am trying to say, 102, you are inserting a record called Reddy and the original price is, let's say, 200 or 2000. Assume that 10% discount is there. Is the guy entering the 10% discount? No. He will enter 2000. Immediately, whenever record is inserted, the 10% discount is calculated and it will say it is 1800. And it will say it is 1800. That means what? There is a trigger behind that. What the trigger is doing, whenever you are inserting a record, it will see what is the amount, and it will calculate the discount and update the record. It calculates the discount and update the record. It calculates the discount and update the record. So that means a trigger is a program. A trigger is a program which can be filed. before inserting the record, after inserting the record, like that. If you look at here, so if you see here, trigger is a program that can be fired whenever there is an insert operation, whenever there is an update operation, delete operation or merge operation, upset and delete. I already discussed what is the difference between merge and upset. That means what? Whenever you are inserting a record, now I am inserting a record with what? The original price. But at the end of the day, you will be having 900 only. End of the day or end of the transaction, you will be having 900 only. That means what? Behind that there is a trigger which calculates the discount and update the record correctly or maintain the value correctly. Now we see one example for this. I want to create a book object. I would like to create a book object. So when triggers fires, that is the people will be asking. Trigger can fire whenever you are inserting a record, whenever you are updating the record, deleting the record, merging the record, all these things. Again, whenever you are inserting the record, before insert the record, after insert the record, there are two combinations again. Please see here, there are two combinations again. Before inserting the record, you can calculate. After inserting the record, you can calculate. So that's why we need to consider those scenarios also. So we'll see this example. We can see this with example. So I'll be creating a custom object called book object. That book object, I'll be creating a custom object called book object. So that will have, let's say, two fields. I don't want to maintain two fields. I don't want to maintain too many fields. Book name and price. Okay, book name and price. Please look at the requirement first. I want to create a custom object called book. Okay, and this data type is text. Let's maintain data type as text. So the book name and price. Price you can take it as data type is equal to number of 16,2 something. You can do whatever you want. That's a company specific requirement. Okay, so this is a custom object. So inside the custom object, you will be entering the records, right? Let's say C language. Assume that whenever we need a custom object, call this one. Okay, whenever record is inserted, calculate 15% discount and display. So whenever record is inserted, calculate 15% of discount for price. That's the requirement. That means what? Let's say as a end user, what I am going to do? Book name, let's say C language. So then price I am going to enter let's say 100. So 100 means 15% discount means what? It will be 85. Final price is 85. So that means once you insert the record, so the final price is going to be 85. Okay, let's say Java language book. Let's say 200. 15% discount means it will be 180 or 170, right? 170. Next, Apex book. So let's say the price is 1,000 rupees. So then 15% discount will be calculated and it will be 850. So to calculate the distance and calculate the value correctly, so I am going to have the triggers. I'm going to have the triggers. Let's see how to achieve this using the triggers. So it's a 4-step process. First thing is that I need to create the custom object. Let me go on to create a custom object. I hope requirement is clear for you. Let me go on to create the custom object. Object, custom objects, sorry. Objects, new object. Let's say I am creating something called the book object. And plural name, if you want to give, say books. That's not a big deal. That is only for display purpose. Starts with vowel sound, that's not required. Okay. Now coming to here, record name. This is book name. Book name is text. Book name is text, so I don't worry. So this is book name already there. I don't need to worry. Do I want in the reports? If you want, you can say yes. Save. So I need to insert a field. What is the field I need to have? Custom field. What is the custom field? I need to have data type is number, price, number. Click on next. I am creating the custom object now. I am not spending the time because I am assuming that you practiced already and you are good there. So what is the custom field I would like to have? Price. And length is 16,2. I already discussed what is the meaning of 2, what is the meaning of 16, all these things. And I don't want to worry, I am not worrying about all these things, let it be. Because our focus is how triggers works. Next. And save. I don't want the new one, so save. So now my book object is ready with 2 fields, one is name and price. That's fine. Now next thing is that, so can I see that one as a tab? Right now no. I'm not able to see that as a tab. So let me make it as a tab. Let me make a book object as a tab. New. I'm creating a new tab. So for book object I would like to create, select the style as form style. If you want to try out, you can try out other styles also. Okay, so these are all not required. Click on next. So whether default on, yes, I would like to all that one as default on. Click on next. So where I would like to show? I would like to show only in the warehouse application. I would like to show only in the warehouse application. I don't want to show in the sales, all these things. Click on save. That's it. Now let me go to the warehouse application. I can see the book object. I can see the book object. Now, so if you see here, now there are no records. Please look at here clearly. Now I want to insert a new book. Book name. Let's say C language. Price is 100 rupees or 1000 rupees. Click on save. Now let's see whether discount is calculated. No, discount is not calculated. If you see 1000 is there. If I see C language, discount is not calculated. It's 1000 only. Okay. So right now, because there is nothing is there. Right now we did not write the triggers and all to calculate the discount. Now let's see, write the trigger and let's see whether discount is calculated or not. Now you are clear, right? So there is no discount calculated. If you want, I can have this screenshot for further purpose. Let me have this one. So right now discount is not calculated. I am deleting this. Okay. Now let me go on to create a trigger now. let me go and create a trigger now. Go to the object. Go to the object. Which is object, book object. There will be something called triggers. Look at here, triggers. Click on new trigger. Click on new trigger. Give some name, or this is what the trigger I am writing. Okay, so trigger, trigger name, all these things. Okay, trigger name, okay. Hold on a second. So I am just copying this because I already typed it. Let me explain you what is the trigger I am writing. Okay. Now look at here. This is the trigger I am writing. Let me paste it again. Yeah. So this is the trigger I am writing. So look at here. What this trigger will do? What this trigger will do? If you look at here, trigger name I just given something. Don't worry, you can give any name. So I have given program number 17A trigger something. This trigger should work on which object? Book object. You are creating a trigger. Trigger on which object? Where you want to apply this trigger? For book object. So that's why I am creating a book object. Then this trigger should fire before inserting a record or after inserting a record. I am saying before inserting the record. Please see here. I am writing a trigger now. That means whenever there is a insertion of record, before insertion, do something. What is that something? If you look at here, books trigger.new. Then I am calling a function here, display discount or apply discount. I am calling the function. That function will calculate the discount. Now I need to write this function. So let me go and write. I am just saving this trigger and make sure the trigger is active. Variable does not exist. Compiler error. Variable does not exist. P17 at line number 3. It's saying that, you look at here, books apply discount, right? That's not there, right? So that's why it is saying error. So it cannot able to find. So let's go and write the apply discount function first. Okay, so write a affect class which calculate that discount. Let me go and write that one first. Then I can come back here. I am writing a affect class to calculate discount. Develop affect classes. Okay, edit. If you look at here, class P17 something A, I am writing a function called apply discount. Apply discount on which object? Account object. So take the price, books price whatever entered, then calculate the price. Price is what? How much I want to apply the discount? I want to apply the discount how much? 15%, right? So it is like 85. Now save this one. This is the function to calculate the discount. Okay, fine. Now go and write the trigger. Now go and write the trigger. Objects, book object, trigger, new trigger, take this, okay, now save this one. See, now there are no errors. So what is happening right now? Whenever you are inserting the record, before insertion, I am calling the discount function. What discount function is doing? If you look at here, discount function, what discount function is doing? So it is getting the entire price from the book object and it is calculating the discount. And it is calculating the discount. That means it is setting the book price with the discounted price. Nothing more than that. Now I need to test it, right? Let's see, write a test class. Now I need to test it. You can write the test class. Or you can go here and try to enter the C language. So I am entering 1000 rupees. Click on save. See, 850 is calculated. Because of the reason is behind that there is a trigger. That trigger is calculated as discount 850. But previously it was what? There was no discount. It is 1000 only. Now 850 you got because there is a 15% discount we are calling through triggers. This is what is happening in case of Big Bazaar and all. They just enter the original price, but end of the transaction if they type enter and all, then discounted prices will be calculated automatically. So you can go on and enter one more record like Java language. Let's say I am entering what 3000 or 2000. So whenever you save, before insertion of the record, the discount will be calculated, and if you see it is 1700. And you can also test this programmatically. How to test this programmatically? You can also test this programmatically. I'm just typing something, don't worry about this one. Okay, you can also test it from programmatically. So I am writing an Apex class to test this. New Apex class. Please look at here. I am writing SOPLs, all these things to test it. Look at here, SOPL, all these things are there here. So you can also test that one programmatically. I am testing the programmatically. Previously I tested through object, book object. So now I am testing programmatically. So I am writing a class, I am writing a test method, something and all. Now if you look at here, where I want to insert the record. I want to insert the record in the book object. So that's why I create a object for book object. What I want to insert? I want to insert Apex language and price is, let's say 3000. Price is, let's say 3000. So if you look at here what I did, I just created a book object and I am saying for name what should be there, for price what should be there, that's it. For name what should be there, for price what should be there, I just specified. Did I perform insert operation? No, I did not perform insert operation. Before insert operation I am trying to display. Before insert operation it should be what? 3000. Now I am performing insert object. So which object? I am inserting this one, B. B contains what? Name is equal to Apex language, price is equal to 3000. So after insert, I want to know what is available. What is the available price? So therefore you need to get the record. So how to get the record? Select from which object, or select what? What do you want to get? Price. From which object? Book object. Where ID is equal to what? Where ID is equal to the B dot price. If you look at here B. B means what? This object. This object ID. So that's nothing but it will show the price here. that price I am displaying. So the price will be what? So for 3,000, if I give 15% discount, it will be 2,000. 600, 600, 500, 300, 450, right? So 2,550. So this will be the price. So let's see whether we are having that or not. Let's see whether we are having that or not. So when I execute this one, so we should have these calculations. Let's see whether we are having those calculations or not. Click on save. Now run test. Programmatically inserting the record. So this also covers how to insert records programmatically, how to use SOQLs, SOSLs, all these things. What happened? Run test is not running. Okay, so run test is pass. Fail. What happened? Test method pass. Let's see. Debug logs. Okay, so this name is not there, so because of triggers, all these things, so it thinks that okay, I'm doing something. Now let me go and run the program again. Apex classes. Run test. Okay, now let's go and see the results. Debug logs. View. If you look at here, price before insertion 3,000. Okay, so there is some error occurred, so that's why it is not executed. Apply discount function is called. Apply discount function is called. Trigger new event before insert is also called. That's correct. Apply discount is called. In the list object insert iterate. Okay, has next blah blah blah. Yeah. So if you look at here, yes. Blah blah blah. Okay, fine. Okay. Trigger before insert also fired. No problem. String value. Yeah. Here is that. Executed successfully. Price after triggered or trigger file. So it is 2,550. So that's correct only. That's correct only. Now go and see whether this object is available in the books object or not. Go and see whether that object is available in the book object. What happened? Maybe that record is not having the permissions, that's why it is not coming here. So we need to look at the object permissions now, because so it's created programmatically, right? It's not populated here. That's the reason is the object level permissions or record level permissions are not there for this. Nothing more than that. Or it is going to take few minutes time because it has to replicate here and there. Okay, so that's how we can insert automatically all these things. That's how you do. That's how triggers works. Any questions on the triggers? If you have any questions, you can ask me now. Triggers. Supreet. Supreet, any questions on triggers? Supreet, are you sleeping?
No, no. Good.
Okay, right. So I would like to take some more time because I want to complete 2 more small concepts. So let's see the constants. As I said already to you, if you want to write some constants, then you need to use capital letters. Naming standards I told. So if you want to use constants in the programming, you need to use capital letters. If you have multiple words, then each word is going to be separated with underscore. Now if you look at here, public static something or all. So I have written a constant, constant 1, constant 2. Okay. Now if you look at here, I have written a test method. In the test method, I am calling this one. And I told you already when static blocks will be executed, static methods will be executed. Do you remember? So whenever you run this program, it will check is there any test method. Yes, there is a test method. If test method, then it will go and check is there any static block. If yes, static block will be executed first. That means this will be executed. I spent enough amount of time to explain this. So here what is there? Here I am calling the calculate function. So it's going to calculate, call the calculate function. Calculate function is returning what? 2 plus 7, 9. So therefore, in this variable, what I will be having? 9. So therefore, if I display this variable, I will be getting 9. If I display this variable, I will be getting 200. So this just example just talks about how to use the constants. So whenever you want to use the constants, please make sure. Whenever you want to use the constants, please make sure you use the capital letters, all these things. I'm just repeating this explanation quickly again. When you go and run, you will be getting output as 9 and 200. How you get the 9 and 200? So this variable already having 200, this variable nothing. But if you, whenever you execute this program, it will check is there any test method. If there is any test method, then before executing this, it will check is there any static block. Yes. Inside the static block, what is there? Calculate method is there. So it calls the calculate method. In the calculate method, I am returning 2 plus 7. That's nothing but 9. So that 9 will be stored in this variable. That's nothing but this one. That means this is having 9. This is having 200. So when you display 9 and 200, so will be the same. That's all. Now there is something called primitive methods. Let's see how to use primitive methods. This example talks about primitive methods. You can straight away go and execute this. I am not executing because it just, if you want, I can execute this program. The other program is not good. Primitive methods are nothing but what? The mathematical functions. How to use mathematical functions? I already told you in case of the standard objects, but you can also use in the Apex program. If you will get here, so there is a date method, date function or date class. Inside the date class, there is a days in a month. Days in a month. If you look at here, 1960 year, second month. 1916 year, second month. How many days are there? Second month means what? February. February is generally 28 or 29. February is generally 28 or 29.
28.
February is generally 28 or 29.
28.
So 28, right? 1960, definitely it will be 29 days. It's not a leap year. And you know how to calculate a leap year, right? Don't divide this with 4. If you just divide with 4, some cases it fails. It's not only just divide with 4. And you need to apply 3 conditions. Divide with 4, divide with 100, divide with 400. Remember leap year logic. If you go to C language, then you will find out. Okay, so if you want to know how many days are there in that month, then you can go here. And as we are discussing about the years, so if you look at here, why this all? Okay, just let me tell you. January, how many months? How many days? 31. February, 28 or 29. March, 31. April, Let me put it horizontally. February 28 or 29. March 31. April 30. May 31. June, July 31. August 31. September 30. 31. 30. 31. Like that. If you look at here, so it's like this: 31, 30, 31, 30, 31, 30. Now, why July and August are having continuous 31s? So in childhood days, they show your hand and say, okay, January height, that's why 31. I think you can remember, right? That finger magic. But that will not work here. So you need to understand the theory behind this. So if you look at here, January 30 down, March 31, 30, 31, 30, but July and August are having continuous 31s. Why? You can find out the reason. If you don't find, you can ask me, I'll tell you. Fine. Now come back to here. So I think in that month it will be 29 days. We can execute it. We can see that's not a problem. The same way. So if you want year, date, these are the strings, right? These strings you can convert into year by using the call string date. Date.value of string date. That takes your numbers whatever you enter and calculate the date. Next today. Today is going to give what? Today. Next start of the week. It is going to give start of the week. All these things, different functions. Okay. So decimals. So string temp. This is what a real number. Real number you can convert into decimal. So you will be getting some values. And if you look at here, string 1 ABC, string 2 ABCD, then there is a equals method. Are these two are equal? No. That's why it is giving false. Like that you can apply some primitive methods. These are self-explanatory. So let me go and run this one once. Apex classes, new Apex class. Click on save. Run test. Now let's see whether it is 20 days or 29, 28 or 29. I think 1960 is going to be view the results. So if you look at here, so 1960 is a leap year, so that's why 29. 1960 is a leap year, that's why 29. Okay, so then date functions, all these things. Okay, week start. So for this week, what is the starting? If you look at here, what is the starting for this week? 12th. Sunday, right? That's what it is again confusion, right? In childhood days, Monday to, so if they ask, tell me the weekday days, then you will say what? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday and all. But in IT or in the working days wise, weekdays means what? Weekdays start what? Monday. Again, these are all calculations. So start of the week is 12, so that's what it is giving 12. Okay, decimal as I explained. So both are not equal, that's why you got false. Like that, so on, so on. Like that, you can just practice some of the primitive functions whenever it is required. These are all very simple, straightforward functions. Like month, today, next week, week start, decimal. Do I have the decimal? If these things are equal. Let's say you have a year and all. How to form your own year with the strings. All these things, blah blah blah. Now, if any questions from the today's class, ask me now, else we can stop here. So Supreet Varsha.
Okay, good on that.
Varsha, any questions? Okay. So tomorrow is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I don't know whether I can take Sunday or not, because if I have a production support, then because there is a go live on Sunday, so if that is there, then Sunday won't be there. But I'll let you know about Sunday. Maybe by next working day I will come to know. Based on that, we can plan the Sunday class. If no, then Monday. So I am planning to complete everything by Monday, because most of the concepts are covered now. Now I need to spend some time on how to create cases, opportunities, accounts, all these things. Then I need to discuss some of the interview questions. Anyway, I have one Excel. All the interview questions are there. Then I need to tell you some of the steps where you can go on to practice. Let's see how it is. Okay. Something is, if I'm not able to complete by Monday, anyway, I can extend, that's not a problem, but that's what the target is. Okay? Thank you, bye.